the UVM staff. So we'll be joined here by John Becker in just a second. And there he is, Coach Becker. What's going on, man? It's great to see you.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man? How are you?
Great.
First, congrats are in order, Rob, to John, who got married at the end of August. When was it?
Yep. Labor Day weekend.
End of August. To Maureen McGarity, former Holy Cross women's head coach. And congrats. Is she going to change her name or is she sticking with McGarity? What are we doing here?
She's going to stick with McGarity. It's
smart. Very smart.
Yeah. Very smart. Very
I
smart.
would too if I were her, but I'm not her. Anyway, they also came down to Charleston, Rob. They came down to Charleston a couple of weeks ago. I was already on the road doing one of our media day tours, but they hit a couple big time spots here. They went to High Cotton and Halls, right? How good?
Oh my God, it was an incredible day of eating and nice recommendations there. The guys at Halls took care of us, and that was a big time meal right there.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, you had some. Go ahead, Rob.
Well, no, I was just going to say I did not realize until prepping for this that being a basketball coach might not be what you were best at. Were you a tennis coach back in the day? Is that true?
I was a tennis coach at Gallaudet. My first coaching job was at Gallaudet University. I was an assistant basketball coach, and then to make some more money in the spring, I was a tennis coach, and a terrible tennis coach. And but I did it for a couple springs, and basically just drove the guys to the matches, and picked the starting order, I guess. I was
going to ask, is that one of those things where like you actually deserve to get the job, or did you like lie on a resume to be able to go and say, yeah, you know what? I played tennis a couple times when I was in high school. You should put me on the staff.
It's basically, yeah, they didn't have anyone that wanted a job. So I got it by default. I was actually doing the AD a favor. And so that's how that went.
All right. So you guys have won the league 8 straight years. Every year you could just pencil in, right? Vermont, America East title. Last year you did not win it. How did you deal with that? How did you deal with it? And what did you do in the offseason to make sure that it's not going to happen again?
Yeah, well, I think last year, we were really snake bitten with injuries, and our all league backcourt of Shamir Bogues and TJ Long, did not play much together. And then, they were, TJ Long missed basically the whole season, and Shamir was out last couple games and into the playoffs. And I thought, you never want to blame injuries. But we were down to a 6-man rotation. And so this off season, it really was about getting depth. It really showed when TJ Long was out. We just had TJ. We had to lean on TJ Hurley so much, and Maine did a great job in the semifinal game of taking TJ Hurley out of the game, and we struggled to score. And so I wanted to make sure we had more depth, more shooting, more size, and I think we've addressed those things. We addressed those things in our off season.
Lucas Mari coming in from Spain, big guard. We talked to TJ Hurley. I guess we call him Terrence. Is he Terry? Is that what we're calling him now? We talked to him a little bit earlier. He said
Becker
his nickname
doesn't even
Terry.
know. Becker has no idea what this is about.
Who we call him Terrence?
TJ Hurley said that his nickname is Terrence.
Huh, okay.
Good
to know.
He's been in. Wait, hold on. He's been in the program for 4 years, and you don't know the people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm shell shocked right now. I mean, I'm sounding like I'm very out of touch with things.
He could have been messing with us. That we've had a bunch of people mess with us on these. He could have been messing with us there. But he said that Lucas Mari was really impressive, big guard. using him to kind of post up smaller point guards. One, where did you find this kid? How did you end up getting him? And two, what kind of impact do you think he's going to end up having on the Vermont program this year?
Yeah, I mean, Lucas is a big time player in the Spanish system, and our first big time international recruit. And so my staff did a great job of finding him, identifying him, and we were fortunate through his agent, that this was a good situation. He had a lot of high major opportunities, but they were looking for him to be, go somewhere where he would have an opportunity to play right away and have a bigger role than what some of the high major programs were offering. And so we kind of fit the bill for that. And we had a clear opportunity, at the point guard position for someone to be able to come in and have an impact right away. So, he's been good. He's a young, he's learning our system and learning, college basketball, different than international basketball. So he's kind of going through that process like a lot of our guys are. But this year's team, we have Lucas at 6'6" guard, Jackson Skipper's back, another 6'6" guard. Trey Woodyard's a transfer from New Hampshire, another 6'5", 6'6" guard. So we have some good size at that position, which will allow us to deploy them in different ways on both sides of the ball. So it's been fun, working with those guys and figuring out how they can be, real nightmare matchups, for us. And so we're still working through that.
John, how big of an addition was Gus Yalden coming in, a Wisconsin kid who, played a decent amount for Seton Hall last year? I love his energy. I love his toughness. I think it rubs off on other guys. I mean, TJ is a pretty mellow dude. You can tell, but I think Gus is going to get everybody going with this team, and he just plays hard as you know what.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing we want to address. We really haven't had a back to the basket big since Ryan Davis, and so we wanted to have more balance. We've shot a lot of threes the last couple of years, and we wanted a way to have a little bit more balance. So Gus certainly provides that. He's a tough cover one-on-one in the post, so he's going to draw double teams. He's got a really good feel, and he's got a great energy about him, and he's been really, really impressive so far through training camp here.
You mentioned TJ Hurley a little bit earlier. He's fourth year in the program, averaged almost 16 a game last season. Where have you seen the most development in his game, right? Where have you seen him kind of take the biggest step forward as he heads into a senior season?
Well, unfortunately, he's been injured for the last couple of weeks. So, that's been kind of a situation here with our team. We haven't had all 13 scholarship guys available for the same practice yet this year. So it's been with 9 new players in the program, that's been, that's as we get closer to the season now, that's been a little concerning as far as developing some continuity and just guys needing a lot of reps to get up to speed with what we're doing. And so, TJ, but the one thing we are working with TJ, and he was, is just being a better passer and playmaker. And last year was great for him because he had to be the alpha. He had to be the guy for us, and he stepped up to that challenge. He is by nature, he wants to fit in, and he'll defer to a TJ Long or Shamir Bogues. And last year he was forced to be the guy and did a great job in that role. And now, hopefully, with a little bit more support, he's going to be able to, his gravity, he'll draw a lot of attention and be a playmaker for others.
Hey, John, I was really, really hoping to get some good video of you dancing from the wedding, but evidently there was none. There was either that or Maureen just protected the heck out of you, which give her credit. because I can imagine what that would have been like. We do have some photos though that we want to show of you and Maureen at your wedding in Vermont. Where was it exactly? It was at
a
Vermont?
friend of mine's. A friend of mine, Chuck Davis and Marna Davis, were gracious enough to allow us to use their beautiful property in Shelburne, Vermont. There.
Beautiful. Love the pictures. We know you outkicked your coverage with Maureen.
Oh my God, yes.
What's it like? She's in, and for those that, again, I mentioned it before, she was a Holy Cross women's head coach, stepped down, and now is in fundraising. Congrats again. She's going to be hosting our women's portion.
Yeah.
She's going to be co-hosting our women's portion after this of America East Media Day. But I want to know, like, what are the conversations like after your games now? Do you ask her things? Does she give you her opinion? Like, how does this work? Because, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes you want to leave that stuff at home and you don't want to go home and then, be hit with like, hey, you didn't defend that ball screen right.
Yeah, no, she, it's been really cool. And she was up here for last year's season with the girls. And it's been incredibly supportive and incredibly, it's been great. I've never been happier as far as, just having someone at home that really understands what I'm going through and what it's like to be the head coach. And we don't talk about basketball that much, the technical parts of it. We'll talk about leadership stuff and how to, manage your staff or how, how to manage the players. In her role as the fundraiser for the athletic department here, she knows everyone now really well in the department. And so just easily to be able to talk about the people. She's at practice a lot. She brings birthday cakes over for everyone's birthday. And I'll tell you, it's a lot nicer around here than it used to be. And that has a lot to do with her. And so it's been really, she's been an awesome coach's wife, as good as you can expect and would expect. And I feel really, really blessed and fortunate to have her in my life, and the support she gives me is just makes this job way more fun.
So what kind of cakes are we talking about here?
She mixes it up. Yesterday it was incredible brownies she made for Lucas's birthdays today. And assistant coach Derek O'Grady's birthday was last week. So she made, her and the girls made a couple cakes, and she even sang happy birthday in Spanish to Lucas. So it was impressive.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can
Look
you
at
stand
that.
it?
So
you can't sing. You can't sing or speak Spanish. Either one of them.
I can speak a little Spanish,
sing.
But
you can sing. You can play the drums. Like, you can definitely.
I'm a drummer. Yeah, I'm a drummer. Just I hang out in the back.
There's a big difference between playing the drums and singing, Goodman. Just so you know, like
but like John, you're musically inclined enough. But if you can play the drums, I feel like you could sing a little bit. No.
I mean, you would think I'd be able to carry a tune, but I've been told I can't do that. So you think I could?
Not allowed to anymore. Banned from singing. Listen, John, it's great to see you, man. Congrats on the wedding, and best of luck this season. And get to the bottom of it. Figure out what this Terrence situation is, and let us know, please.
Terrence.
The way you guys are crushing it, I might be hitting. And Maureen might be calling you guys for a donation.
We'll see. We'll see. Go Cats, baby.
Thanks, great seeing you.
Go Cats, baby. All right, guys. I appreciate it. All right. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, man. Thanks. That's head coach John Becker, UVM.